Hey guys, it's Jay here and welcome back to the channel. So we're going to be talking about XRP today. And before we get into the video, I really want to point out a substantial fact that has begun to hit me over the past few days. And it's this idea that every single cryptocurrency is currently trying to find a use case for itself in our everyday lives. And everyone's running around in circles, they're chasing their tails, and they're really trying to find what could possibly be broadly used and utilized. And a lot of the times this patience, it's not being found. And I always find those who are holding XRP are some of the most patient holders in crypto. And I really do think XRP is going to be something that could possibly set you financially free in the future. Is this me saying go and invest? No, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do enjoy going over cryptos here. I do enjoy looking into things, and I like putting the connections together so we can see the bigger picture. So when it comes down to XRP, in Japan, they are big on it. And around 5 months ago, I started covering the connection between XRP and Japan and how substantial it is and how substantial it's going to be out there in the future. And what we're beginning to see is so much more talk around this subject. So we are beginning to see far broader coverage of the topic itself being Japan and XRP. And Japan's central bank is officially announcing that every bank in Japan will adopt XRP by 2025. So customers will be able to make payments with XRP at a wide range of participating merchants, both online and offline. And this initiative not only simplifies transactions, but also introduces an exciting new way to earn cashback. And customers who use XRP for payments will be rewarded with CTF tokens, which can be redeemed for products or sold for fiat currency, offering a direct cashback option. So we are seeing this really beginning to get out there. This article being written on the 19th of August, being yesterday. So behind all of this, at the beginning, it was SBI, and everybody's known that SBI itself has been involved in this for some time, but the push has become very strong in the past few days. So what we need to do is move over to the SBI Holdings website, because on the 13th of August, they put out this announcement. SBI Digital Group is pleased to announce that it will promote the use of the XRP ledger in the Web3 community through a strategic partnership with Ripple Labs Incorporated, here and thereafter referred to as Ripple. The XRP ledger is a layer 1 public blockchain developed to enable fast, low cost and sustainable payments. The XRP ledger has been used in enterprise services such as Ripple Payments, an international remittance solution using crypto assets provided by Ripple. Ripple has also contributed to the open source development of the XRP ledger. Through this strategic partnership, we will increase the opportunities for individual users to use the XRP ledger through BTO3 Web3 community, here and thereafter BTO3, operated by SBI Digital Community, and work to popularize the XRP ledger. So this in itself is huge news, and we are seeing a positive reaction from this. And when you start to put these articles and these announcements into a timeline against the current price action, you start to get an idea as to why we're actually beginning to move upwards. With the court case beginning to end, it's putting Ripple and anyone else that's involved with them in a position where they can now move their investments forward. They can start to make the moves that they've been planning since they very first decided to get involved with Ripple itself. So it hasn't stopped here with those announcements. They have been also going on Twitter and all of their other platforms and ensuring that this news is being heard far and wide. So what I think is even more interesting at the moment is what is currently circulating with the documents that are available now, considering that the court case is coming to a close. And what we are beginning to see are more drips that are leading us to that ultimate question we've always wanted an answer for. Is this thing really going to get adopted by all of the banks, or is it just another story that's been whipped up and then distorted and twisted over time to the point of where it's barely recognizable as the original idea or concept that it begun with? So I was looking at this article and it's XRP's path to a new all-time high, ETF hopes, and Wells Fargo boost. So the ETF in itself, it's one of those things for me where I think ETFs are being pushed too hard and they're being relied on as a source of momentum for the market, when inherently it actually leads to people selling their crypto to then put it into that ETF for it to go back into crypto. So although it is positive and it can be positive in the end, initially it's more or less negative for the crypto community and the overall total market cap itself. So Wells Fargo, an American multinational financial services company, plans to implement XRP loans, payments, and settling credit card debts. The development reinforces plans by traditional banks to implement digital currencies. Wells Fargo's XRP program will allow customers to earn cashback rewards executed on the XRP ledger system called Crypto Trading Fund CTF. So here we go. We've got another correlation between the initial article that we went through and this one, where we've got two completely separate entities that are going to be using and utilizing XRP for some kind of payment system. And they are both saying the exact same thing, that they're going to allow their customers to earn cashback. So what we're beginning to see here is correlation. So what I've gone in and what a lot of other people are beginning to see in the court documents that are available, and I'll leave a link to this in the description, is this section here in one of the docket documents. Defendants offer the testimony of Alan Schwartz, a professor of law at Yale Law School and a professor of management at Yale School of Management, who opines on 1,700 written contracts related to Ripple XRP's distribution. Schwartz's areas of expertise include contracts, commercial law, corporate finance, mergers and acquisitions, and bankruptcy. In discovery, the parties produced over 1,700 contracts, which are specific agreements by which Ripple transferred XRP to contractual counterparties in a variety of commercial transactions. In his expert report, Schwartz organizes the 1,700 XRP contracts into four primary categories: contracts by which Ripple transferred XRP directly to a counterparty, contracts by which Ripple's counterparties agreed to sell XRP on behalf of Ripple over trading platforms, contracts by which Ripple paid for various counterparty services in XRP provided by Ripple, and miscellaneous contracts that do not fall into the first three categories. So they actually go on to explain how these 1,700 XRP contracts didn't breach the Howey test. And unlike the Howey contracts, they do not contain provisions which Ripple commit to perform any post-sale actions that could affect the value of XRP or return of any profits to any person. The SEC does not contest Schwartz's qualification. Rather, the SEC seeks to exclude his testimony on the ground that his opinions are impermissible legal conclusions premised on an incorrect reading of Howey. So we can see here what they're discussing is whether these 1,700 XRP contracts either became a security at some point or if they didn't. And what this begins to tell us is the broad adoption of XRP has probably already happened, and everybody's running around in circles chasing their tail looking for something with genuine real world use case. And I really do think XRP is going to be what you're probably looking for at the end of all of this. And when I begin to look at the price, we are starting to see a reflection in this. We're starting to see a lot more interest in XRP overall than there is in the rest of this market, which just seems to be chop-solidating sideways indefinitely currently. So where does this leave us? This leaves us in a very peculiar situation where there's possibly a golden ticket right in front of everybody, but a lot of people are just going to ignore the facts. People aren't going to go out, they're not going to take the time to do the research, to go into court documents, to try and make the correlations where we can see different articles talking about different utilization cases in two completely different parts of the globe that both point to the same thing, that they're going to be using a system that they all seem to be pushing forward. that uses and utilizes cash back through that CTF token, which is going to be probably heavily sought after alongside XRP and any other tokens in that sector. So when I begin to think about where XRP could go, it becomes limitless, because when we start to think about the .com era and we think about how many search engines were around, if you go and Google the top 10 search engines during the 90s, Google's not even on there. And that speaks mountains about where things begin and where they end. Just taking a quick look here at Google Trends as well. If we chuck in XRP, we filter it to worldwide, we set it to the past 7 days, we can see that there's been a general uptick in interest over time for XRP. And when I've put in Ripple and other terms in relation to the overall narrative itself, there seems to be a general uptick, and we're seeing the same with price, we're seeing the same with volume. And I've been saying to people quite a lot recently that this bull cycle itself specifically needs some kind of big injection of new retail. And there's a lot of interest from retail in XRP. I wouldn't want to find myself on the losing end of that deal. I'm not a financial advisor, and all of this is for entertainment purposes only. But if you do like the comment here, consider dropping a like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one.